Hey everybody, it's Adam, also known as Lawlercaust. Running a commentary on Anivia mid, my main that everybody knows I play. This is about gold elo level. Everybody's about right in the 1500 range, like just starting at gold, so it should be interesting. We're gonna have me mid against a Akali most likely. And people are already asking. But yeah, we've got Hecarim top, it looks like, which I haven't seen too many Hecarims top in quite a while, usually jungle, but J4 should hopefully carry us all, which I'm totally okay with. But big thing about Akali is she's got that super aggressive playstyle, so definitely gotta be careful with that. They're already trying to invade, so we may have to swap and go to theirs. That's what I would recommend. Reason why is they're invading on his blue, so instead of trying to pressure and possibly giving up like first bloods and all that kind of stuff, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna end up taking theirs and just trade evenly. Probably the safest route to go. Just hopefully nobody gets caught on the way back or any of that kind of stuff. So should work out pretty well. Plus with our support here, he can hopefully tank for Jarvan and get a big end of the damage. Definitely do the smiteless. So it looks like Akali stop. They're gonna put V mid, Vi, V. I don't know what they want to call it. But I've never really gotten used to laning against bruisers. I've never had an issue with it, but with her being new, I haven't laned against her yet, so we'll see how it goes. I do know all of her, skills, and that's definitely a positive, is knowing what the opponent can do. But basic concepts inside of range. I should be able to out harass her and do the little things a little bit better. Big thing is Anivia that you want to not have to worry about. She is known for high mana cost. So I'm probably, since I'm going to need some sustain, especially against a bruiser, I'll probably end up going something like a Catalyst into a Rod of Ages, as well as like a Tear of the Goddess. Not only just so I have a lot of mana, but also so I can, survive, just getting hit. So, only problem is my page is for MR, and I obviously primarily as a bruiser being attack damage, that could throw it off a little. So, but my rune page right now is flat AP. Quints. Reds are Magic Pen. Yellows I split. I do half Magic for 5. She had a good dash there. But Magic per 5 per level for my half of my yellows. The other half is Magic resist per level per 18, or Magic per 5, or whatever they call it. But last but not least, though, then my my yellows are the flat MR. Or no, blues, my apologies. So, as of right now, laning with her, trading, she does have more CS on me. She took 2 tower hits out of that, so that's kind of convenient, but I'm just really squishy early. Anivia's just, yeah, she has her passive, so I'm not, the most worried, but if I get caught like where I'm at right now, tower's not going to help me. So the only time I, hopefully that'll slow down Mundo a little bit. Not that he's got to worry about jungle too much, but brought him down to half. So the big thing with it looks like he's going to be doing is using that I think it's our E. She has 2 charges, so I mean ways to definitely watch that. Just click on her and you can see that she has 2 charges on the very top left. But before I do anything too stupid, I'm gonna back. Lane's pushed enough to where even if she does, push the wave really hard, I should be able to get back just in time. But like I said, probably gonna start Rod of Ages. Actually, I'm gonna start a tier just so I can spam when I get my R a little bit more. Health pots and wards are always nice, but go for the one that's gonna keep you in lane more most of the time. Just make sure you're calling your missing in actions and all that kind of stuff. For some people call, just say like mid Mia or whatever lane you're at. Some people just say SS for missing, which I never really got how they got SS instead of just like miss or I don't know, whatever's the fastest, I guess. So last thing on tower for most for big minions, you let them hit it twice or get hit twice by the tower, and then for magic ones, it's a matter of hitting it first, letting tower hit it, and then hitting it again. Timing on that's a lot, but any of that kind of stuff's going to take practice, just like everything else. So now that I got 6, I should be able to throw an E at her with Anivia's skill set, which I haven't gone over yet. Her Q, which is really nice because it negates stuff like Banshee's Veil because it counts as 2 hits. It throws a ball of ice in a straight line. The first time it hits somebody, it counts as damage, and then the second time it hits somebody, it counts as damage as well. Wow, she does a lot. Why is it 3 mid? What is going on? So they're playing super aggressive and they're grouping really well, but I mean, don't get discouraged just because somebody dies. I mean, look at that, we're still up, so. Normally if I had a ward right now, I'd place it kind of in this area over here, just because then you can see if so mid's Mia, for all she could have hooked around and shoot jump in and stuff like that. I mean, junglers do that a lot if they place a ward there to try and steal stuff like that. I mean, map awareness is huge in this game. That's why warding's so super huge as well. So, I mean, a big thing that you notice in this level is people are less like, why don't you do this and, stop yelling and stuff. That'll probably happen if they die first, but people actually try to request for a gank first before, bitching about it. So, jungler has a pretty big role in games, I feel. I mean, they control a lot of, pretty much everything. But good job on my part there. She went to do her runny dash thingy, that thing that she charges up. Actually kill her here. The time would go off, it'd be great. Now the benefit to me on that one is in trades like that, I'm always gonna win simply because I have egg. So what Anivia's passive does is if she starts to, if she dies, her health reaches 0 and she has egg up, it's called rebirth. What'll happen is she'll end up turning into an egg, kind of like a phoenix, which is ironic because they make her ice. So why they don't have a fire skin out for her, because they have a fire skin out for everything, makes no sense to me, but that's just me complaining. But she's supposed to get a mecha skin soon, and I'm super excited for it. Kind of like what Kazakh has. So what I ended up getting is a catalyst just for sustain purposes. And survivability, just being able to stay in lane a little bit longer. So nice thing is when you do level up with Catalyst, you get 150 health and 200 mana. It's not instant, but it can save a lot. So now that I'm starting to get a little bit more mana and everything, I definitely have the ability to, or not even mana, just the fact that I have the ability to kind of get up in her face and not have to worry about, one hit, taking me to nothing. I can harass a lot more, so. Yeah, there would be 3. Uh-oh. Here. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get something out of this. Now, Jarvan's the only one that can cancel that, so that's, at least a free kill out of that, but kind of worked in our favor a little bit, but he still died, so we got 1 for 1. Both of the junglers died. Could have been a lot worse, but if I would have had, more mana at the time and stuff, I might have been able to do something, but the big reason why we won that is I got double buff from Mundo, and that's only going to carry over. She wants to dive me on tower, I'm okay with it. I've still got egg up, so if she wants to get cocky on it, the only thing, all I have to do is make sure to at least land a Q or something. So if tower does kill her, I get something out of it, but as long as I stay on tower, I should be alright. The only problem is Akali, if she really wanted to, could come from, over here and just jump in and kill me. Her burst is very, very high, so I ended up backing, probably going to 2 boots, just because I should have did a race first and got like an extra, 50, 60 gold, so I could have gotten a Rod of Ages, but so far so good. Keeping your composure. Nobody's yelling at each other. Everybody's, playing nice. I'm 2-0. Top is 3-0 as a Hecarim, which is crazy. I've always liked Hecarim, but he's probably actually the only champion I've never played. That I consistently know that I've never played. So he's fun. I like his initiation. He's super fast. He's really hard to get away from, but the reason why I threw my R instead of trying to slow her is I have a built-in slow right now, and I'm just trying to bait for Jarvan. Hopefully she'll keep coming and waste her ult on me, which she did. Great. So I'm gonna just kite her, free kill. A beautiful play with Jarvan. Easy pickup. Out of any champion, I would have to say Anivia is my most confident, and if you play a champion a lot, it's only going to help you out with learning kind of the ins and outs. So in aspects of like, this Jarvan is wonderful, he's making my life so easy. J4 for 2016, Christ. So in the aspect of champions, I like playing one a lot until you feel so confident that you feel you can lane against anybody, do anything, even if they're your counter pick. So like, even though I thought Anivia, like, I think Akali I saw was in pick, even though I knew that they wanted something kind of like Morgana, but the reason I went with Anivia is not only am I more confident with her, but she has a better lane clear as well, and she just does more overall damage. It's not as situational as some, where like Morgana has to have, like a hourglass and stuff in team fights to be, super effective and all that kind of stuff, but Anivia feels crazy. So, and I'm just gonna check, like, okay, so I need 740 gold to get Rod of Ages, so, about 400 from that. What I really want to do is start pushing lane really, really hard, and then roaming and taking my advantage to other lanes. And the problem is, you don't have an 80 carry right now. Tristana actually ended up DCing, which is not good, so we're going to have to find a way to end this quick, otherwise we're going to get in big trouble. So he's pinging for there, so Jarvan and Hecarim are going to go there. I'm going to wait on tower, just exactly for this reason. Push a lane, and the nice thing this will do is this entire wave is going to get denied. Tower should be able to kill most of that before V even comes back. So it looks like we picked up just about everything. We should definitely gank bottom here, just because we have the advantage. Like V's there, lane's pushed. mean, she doesn't even know we're coming, which is phenomenal. So this should be an easy free. Dang, nice flash on her part, but too bad Alistar wasn't down here. But if we keep this, you know, this, oh, there we go. So if we keep this pressure up, I mean, even with, you know, being 4v5, I mean, stuff like this, we have the ability to even pick up kills. So I'm coming in from back to hopefully help out. So now keep in mind, I still have my egg, so that's the only reason I'm going kind of ham right now. I don't care if she picks me up, like, that's the big thing, like, she wasted a cooldown on me, even with me being the AD carry. So hopefully Hecarim can get like a Fearin. Worst case scenario though, we get Tower, because I mean with Tower we could really use it, simply because of the fact that, you know, Trist has been down. So this is an easy kill on Mundo as well. Smart on his part for pushing him away from the tower, but also kept me out of range. So, but don't forget, it's not always about you. So now the big thing is, with Akali having all this free time, she's going to counter push us and try to trade a tower for a tower. And that's the thing, we can keep this on. I'm not afraid of their team at all. But we should definitely back off. I mean, V's pushing mid now. If we had a little bit more like damage from like Tristana or something, it would have helped, but you know, not the worst to deal. I do have 2k that I need to spend really bad. The big problem is they probably are going to get 2 towers out of this, which isn't good. So what we're going to have to end up doing is grouping really hard and getting those towers back. But the problem is since we've been down, yeah, they can outpush us right now, and they're definitely taking it to their advantage, which is not good. It's probably going to burn us really hard, because I hate losing games like this. It's unfair, and like, it's just, there's no reason. I mean, our top's 5-0, I'm 6-0. Our bot, you know, was DC'd for a while. Yeah, Jarvan's got, you know, a couple deaths, but that's because, you know, he traded for, you know, a kill for me or Hecarim, etc. So the big thing is, you know, Tristan is freaking out because, you know, apparently Riot has a bug going on. The only problem is they could, if they were smart, group up and really punish us. Because they, I mean, how are we, even though we're raping right now, quote unquote, from Jarvan, they have a team advantage. I mean, it's 4 versus 5. Just that simple extra person, if we can't burst them down, I mean, it's just a big advantage. Whether we're winning or not, it's still an advantage. So another thing with that is, okay, now I've got friends, lots of friends. So I'm going to take that easy kill down first, hopefully. Get Mundo out of here. So, I mean, like, even like this, like, still have egg up again. I'm almost positive. This Tristana is absolutely insane. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Just AFK farm, just. So we should be delaying. Like, there's no need for her to fight as heavy as she is. I probably made a mistake here in going and getting Archangel so quick. Yeah, it gives me a percentage based upon my total mana, and eventually it'll turn into Seraph's Embrace, which allows me to toggle it for a ton of damage. But I should probably go with something a little bit more situational. By checking out what they have, things that are, you know, really hurting us. I should build against that as compared to just finishing the items I have set. So something like this game, yeah, they've got a lot of burst damage, they've got a lot of stuff that can get on me. So something that's going to be able to make me survive that, something along the lines of like Rylai's would be huge. If I can snag this for someone. Now your role as a There's Akali. So this Akali's screwed pretty much. There's nothing she's gonna be able to do to get out. Kill too. Jeez. But killing spree ended. It's another 500 gold for me, which is huge. So we should be able to get a tower of those because they're still pretty low. I mean, we technically could have won that fight. It's just Tristana needs to be careful. She needs to farm. I mean, as silly as that is, it's all she really needs to do. There's no need to be fighting at all. There's no need. Just what are you doing? Alistar go that way. Hecarim's quick enough to go the other way, so that's like, even though he got the kill, there's no reason you should be mad about him for it. He secured it, you know, we got the kill, it's guaranteed. Now we can hopefully push this tower and get tower up. But the big thing is, I mean, with us being down that Tristana, that's it. We just gotta get Tristana, you know, back in this easily. Not that we're out of it right now, obviously. I mean, with our crazy mass potential of Rome, we're doing all right. So he needs to back farther away from that because, as we can see, Akali's coming in fast. Hopefully, we can punish her for it. The jukes, man, the jukes. Come on, J4. J4, don't do it. Go. So I mean, that turned out really well. I had a good flash, got out of there pretty well. I was afraid I was actually gonna get killed, but probably gonna actually build Hourglass just because, I mean, damage-wise, we've got a lot of good follow-up. This team's really playing smart, which is kind of rare to find. That's because I'm used to my typical elo, but no, I mean, 1-0, 9-0, 9-0, like that's, I mean, it's almost a perfect game. Like, our support's low and our, you know, our 80 carry easy, understandable. So I mean, if we keep this up, I mean, it should be an easy win. Hopefully we can just get too far ahead to where, like, even though she's got a brutalizer and all that stuff, which is normally typically scary, it doesn't matter. Problem is we do have to put this away, which is kind of productive. Like, we need just to farm, so so basically what I'm saying to the team is to use Trista's bait. She's a free kill for them, and with them being behind, they're probably going to focus her if she's alone. So what we can do is we can have Trist, you know, just take her own lane and kind of farm that, and hopefully they'll follow up with it. But the problem is if they don't, then, well, they're probably going to be able to split push on us, which isn't good. So problem is they've got a lot of warding coming out. So I'm going to split this fight. Ignited the wrong person. We're probably going to lose this. That's not good. Not good at all. We were split really bad. But stuff like that we can't afford, because if they start to catch up, we're done. That was beautiful on Alistar's part. Holy cow. Absolutely wonderful. Good play on his part. Can't say I've ever seen an Alistar look that. God, I love Hecarim Chase. It's so quick. We can definitely turn this around. I mean, that's a big thing. They overstayed their welcome. They're getting punished for it a lot now. So, since they're all mid, I'm not going to waste time. Hecarim should be able to catch them. Beautiful that he didn't get hit there with a Q. Thread, wonderful. So, since they're all mid, I'm not going to waste time going mid and pushing. I'm just going to push up top. Oh, I already did. So I'm going to push out bottom, but we need to start focusing, grouping, because eventually we just can't have our carries take them on, you know, 2v3, 2v4. They're just going to become too much. So I'm going to push this last wave and then head back, just so I don't get caught or anything stupid like that. Farming with Anivia is probably one of the easiest and best lane clears in the game. But like I see, they're abusing Tristana being low, so I still haven't gone over skill. So her Q shoots a cone, or not a cone, it shoots a straight line that can use or count as 2 spells. So it negates kind of like Banshee Veils if you time it right. Her W places a wall. The only way to go through that is if you get like pulled and stuff, and it's actually funny. The reason why I liked her so much when she first came out is there was a bug with her wall to where if you pulled somebody through it with like a blitz hook or you like dashed through it like Poppy, you couldn't move until the wall was completely frozen, and it has a long time. It's got 5 seconds. So it's like being immobile for 5 seconds. You can't cast skills, you can't attack, anything. So, but I mean, you can really cut somebody off and change team fight a lot. So this Alistar, hopefully he can buy some time for us. So we picked up one there. Focus Akali next. Not the big. So we got Hector coming in. That's the only reason I'm turning. So good fear. Good fear. I'll pick up that one. That's the other. So we need to spread this out because. You just gotta slow it and I can get a wall down. Beautiful. There we go. Good pickup, good pickup. Now if we had someone tanking, we could, yeah, just fuck it. Let's just do tower. Have Hecarim and Akali swap. Or not Akali. We need to go bot. See, this is the problem with being down. Is if they want to, they can split push on us. Problem is we gotta punish them somehow. So finish my hourglass, that'll hopefully help with team fights. I also have my Seraph's Embrace. So when you take Archangel Staff, they actually just change this. It's a Season 3 item. When you end up, when you can toggle it on and off, so when you have your Archangel Staff and it gets fully stacked, it's 750 mana. And that amount increases your total mana just by using a skill. And it's like got a cooldown to it and all that kind of fun stuff. So. But when it hits full cap, it turns into Seraph's Embrace, which gives you 1,000 mana instead of 750 bonus mana. And then you can toggle it on and off. When you toggle it on, what it ends up doing is it drains your current mana by 25%, so a fourth of your mana, and will end up actually. Oh yeah, catcher, good catch. So I ignited Mundo because his ult gives him all the regeneration. She's not getting away. Yeah, there we go. That should be a free tower. Tristana's pushing hard too, so no. The reason why I don't care if he Bs, we have way more potential in doing damage as compared to she does bottom. So we need to push this stuff quick and get a inhib turret. That's going to give us automatic pressure because when you get inhib turrets down, not only do they allow you to attack your main towers, but the big thing is they spawn what's called super minions. Super minions just have a ton of health. They auto push lane. They picked up the kill bottom too. Hopefully Jarvan does it. Oh well, not a big deal. Tristana guy bottom, I mean that was huge for us. Not only do we have free pressure now, Tristana's getting back into it. Fortunately, the blue's not up. But because of that, and we have the pressure, it makes it easier for us to split push. I mean, with us already being ahead, it's only going to carry through for the rest of the game. So, ways to kind of turn fights even more in your ways, which most people don't buy until late game, are elixirs. So what elixirs end up doing is when you purchase them, they're 250 gold. When you consume them, there's one for ability power and one for strength, so like extra health and extra attack damage. And then there's one that allows you to see invisible units for 400. But the AP one gives you an additional 25 to 40, which is all based upon your current level. So it'll probably give me an upwards of 40, simply because I'm a higher level right now. That's going crazy. But the big thing that I like about it is it gives you a cooldown reduction. And with Anivia, I mean, being able to spam Qs and all that kind of stuff, and your E, because I still haven't gone over skill setup, but with the E, when you have a slow applied on a unit, the E not only does it do a ton of damage, it's got a 0.5 to 1 ratio, But the big thing, what it ends up doing, is it'll do double damage if they're slowed. So it says if target is chilled, they take double damage. So what's nice about that, and we should be able to get a free top out of this because lane's auto pushing, and I can cut off a Kali, which will be good because I out damage her by a lot. Oh, she's got a. And that's the thing. I'm not afraid of any of her damage right now. I'm just buying time for my team. So she's done there. I'm gonna throw a Q real quick. That Q is almost perfectly timed. Not to be like, oh, ring my own bell, but that Q is absolutely perfect. Right as she spawned. Just giving 0 fucks because they know it's game. So yeah, surrender. But appreciate you all for watching. Feel free to leave comments, all that kind of stuff. I'm totally up to criticism. That one death was on my own fault, but that's because we stayed too long. But I'm sorry I didn't get over the basics, like the stuff I wanted to cover, like runes and masteries and stuff like how your skills work and everything. But if you need me to explain, feel free to leave a comment. I'm more than willing to ask questions. But other than that, thanks for watching. Good game, and now I'm at gold elo, so congrats to me. But otherwise than that, everybody have a good Merry Christmas.